This is another guided visualization of the Christmas story. If you are not already in a comfortable position and place, I ask you to adopt one before continuing on for maximum relaxation effect. Also, I recommend that you listen to the previous 2 guided visualizations I have released in this series, entitled Hope and Peace. This is intended as a 3rd part, although it can also be experienced alone. Listen to my voice and imagine what I tell you. You are out in the hills at night. The air is chill, but you are wearing many layers, and so you are warm, bundled up, and cozy. You know this place. You know every nook and every cranny. You know everywhere to hide, and you know the best viewpoints. And tonight,
go to one of these viewpoints and look out over the city, a small distance away. So you get up and feel the wind tickling your exposed nose, and with your staff in hand, you begin to walk up the hill to get a better view. Behind you, you can hear the rustling of wool and hooves as your flock follows behind you. They are your little family, and in some ways they're better than people. They're quiet for the most part, and they stick with you even when you want to be alone. They're the perfect company. You climb the hills, and you notice that there are a few other shepherds who had the same idea. That doesn't bother you too much. Out here, everyone knows the blessing of solitude, and they will respect your desire to enjoy this night quietly. You go higher and higher, your flock following behind you, until you reach the top, and silently you look out over the city. It's unusually busy, and you can see many twinkling candles in the houses. You see people even at this time of night, bustling through all the winding roads. It's not a large town, but it feels very vibrant for one so used to being so removed. It's almost like the place has a life pulse, a heart beating out with every twisting flame of the candle. many candles in all the windows. Families are gathered around, and although you can't hear them this far away, you can imagine their laughter, their time spent together. Briefly, you wish you were with your own family, but a sigh from a shepherd beside you and a quiet bleat reminds you that you do have your own little family with you, although they may not be as traditional as the families gathered in the tiny town below you. You enjoy them, respect them. You lay down on the cool grass, the sandy grass, and you look up into the sky. There are thousands, millions, billions of twinkling stars shining down on you and your little family, casting light into the darkness of the night. You almost want to close your eyes, but something compels you to keep them open. Keep staring at the stars as they stare at you. The other shepherds have the same idea, and they lay down beside you, and the three of you sit in silence, gazing at the night sky, marveling at the wonder of the worlds beyond your world. And then you notice the stars moving. You see them beginning to shift, twist and twirl and grow larger. The sky grows brighter, and you think that maybe it's just the moon coming out, but you look, and it's as if several stars have gathered together to form one blazing star, bright as the moon, brighter than the moon, shining down over the little town. And the other stars still grow larger and closer, and you begin to hear whispering. You think it's the wind, but the whispering grows louder, and you begin to hear ethereal sounds. You hear the sounds of harp strings, of trumpets. You hear the sound of voices singing in perfect harmony, perfect choral harmony. And they grow louder, and they are oddly gentle. The joy behind them is evident, but they are still gentle, sweet, perfect. You don't really know what's happening, and you almost don't even care. The sound is so beautiful as it carries you through the night. You can see the stars taking forms of beautiful beings, undescribable beings, as they draw closer and dance and sing, twirling and whirling in the sky in a holy dance. You get up only to bow, trembling as much at the sight of their beauty as in fear of what they mean, what message they have brought. In your mind, you hear them whisper, "Don't be afraid. We bring love, peace, and hope to the nations. You are the first witnesses. Follow the star to meet your king." It seems that the others have heard the same message, as trembling you all get up and instinctually follow the star. Directly beneath it, you come to a stable, and that heartbeat that you felt earlier, you realize it's coming from here. You follow the heartbeat and feel the music of the angels pulsing through you. You feel light. You feel so full of light, as if it's shining from your fingertips and through your eyes. And you come forward, and you see something you've waited your whole life to see, without knowing that this is what it was. You see the source of the pulsing light, the heartbeat, and instantaneously you fall in love with the tiny bundle laying in the manger. The light is overwhelming now, and in silence you bow down, gently, quietly, reverently, before this little heartbeat, and you let the love